So we're ready. We want to look at what stories there are front back page of the newspapers, and then we'll have to start with the Daily Graphic. Has on the front page, President never erred in appointing justices of the Supreme Court, EC boss as well. And then we have Graphic apologizes to Parliament and World Bank approves new procurement framework. On the back page though, it was a surprise in sports, and I'm sure Benedict also will give you a lot more report on this. Dwarfs, Cape Coast, Ebusia Dwarfs. They humbled my team, Kotoko 4-1. It was surprising. At some point it was 3-0. I was wondering how was that possible, but it was. And Hearts, they won their match though, so they are still first on the log, followed closely 2 points behind by Wild Stars, and then some 4 points behind by Midiama and Kotoko with some 32 points. They are 5 points behind. So that's it. But we still have to tell you the supplementary page, which is telling you about the Electoral Commission's deleted names of those who registered with NHIS cards. Still there, Daily Graphic. Please make sure you buy. And this time we have the names of those who have been deleted from the electoral register, who also need to check that from Greater Accra. We have Gan East, and then we also have Tema. We also have Adentan. Let me see, there's a last one here. I want to tell you that possibly. We also have West, Langquantanan, Medina. We have Ashaiman. We have Ningo Pram. We have Shai Usudoku. We also have Adan East, just to get you educated. So there you go. We also have Adan. Is there any Adan West? Adan West, yes, there is. And then I think we have parts of the Volta region as well, which I'll be telling you possibly. So we have Adan West, and then we have the Volta region, Keta, and for now it's only Keta. So okay, so these are the names they have, those who registered. The highest was from Ablekuma with some 4,342 people, followed by Awaso 2,767, and then you have the various Adan district as well as Ashedu Keteke. Okay, for Tema there were only 407. My constituency is in town. That's my home constituency. Where I registered though is here in Accra. Well, we have the Ghanaian Times has on the front page, Supreme Court throws out GBA, 2 others. We also have Ghana to continue to draw lessons from India, and we want to reopen public senior high schools unless that's coming from the Conference of Heads of Assisted Senior High Schools. Then we also have man 38 pummels wife to death. I think the man is rather 40, I'm told. And then we have the latest on the sports, the midweek featured matches of the Ghana Premier League. We also have front page of the Daily Guide. They want me dead. You have ongoing as far as the Ibuakwa North primaries of the NDC are concerned, because a substantive person was elected. That person is stuck now, and we're told that another primary will take place, and somebody who is in is a High Commissioner to the UK, Victor Smith, who had also contested that very position before. And then we also have SHS broke faces. Okay. Face shut down September. GBA dismissed over judges, and AJ report clears MPP candidate. Let me see whether there's News One center spread. Doomsor collapsing churches, pastors frustrated. Here a picture of Prophet Nicholas Osei, known to many people as Kumchacha. The Obichan preaches peace with new song, and Atrex Benda Osei to host Hello Africa. Those are the stories. We have front page of the Daily Dispatch. We know that there's been some speculations and also commentary, formal commentary coming from NPP commentators, indicating that many of the names of those that registered with NHIA and were deleted by the Electoral Commission Okay, so you find them in the 56,000. Many of them were MPP members, and so there seemed to be some reaction. And the paper, through a source, says, "Can a picture show political bias or the face of somebody who supports a political party? We have not deleted MPP names, according to the EC." We also have the Crusading Guide. That's the new Crusading Guide. MPP slums Mahama over 300 million Ghana cedi SADA cash, and government halt over SHS subsidies as Charles threatens to shut down schools. AMA supports 3 polyclinics. Front page of the Daily Statesman has a story. MPP blasts Mahama for chopping 300 million Ghana cedi SADA cash. A voter register exhibition exposes EC over bogus NHIS list, and President Mahama represents bad leadership. We also have a story that says that ex-UBS trader Kweku Adoboli loses UK deportation, has been in the UK since 12, but because of that very incident in which he was jailed, I believe, 4 years or so. Some to people who know next to nothing running Ghana. He gave an interview to an Accra-based radio station, Class FM, has it widely on their news portal, Class FM Online. We also have BNFT, opportune time for policy rate fall, review copyright law to protect businesses. On the back page, Olam supports farmers, return $22 million. So those stories are also there. Then we also have the last paper, the Business Finder, economy in crisis, borrowing spree must stop. That's according to a Center for Policy Analysis, and the executive director of SEPA, Dr. Joe Abe, seemed to be worried about the current situation of more borrowing by government. This is what I need to do. I need to go to our screen and look at what portals we have, and quickly I'll do that. Okay. So you come to Major Online, we have a number of stories there. It gives you an indication as to which stories are there. You have also summarized stories of front page newspapers, and then you also have the next the man hired to have sex with children, and we're told this story is from Malawi. Next story is a 42-year-old trader beaten to death by husband. And then we have media owners urged to spearhead efforts to check ethical violations, and it's by a lecturer at the School of Communication Studies, University of Ghana, Dr. Eche Sikanku, who wants media owners to play a key role in efforts to sanitize Ghana's media landscape. Mining sector responsible for over 9,000 jobs in 2015, but we also know there will be massive job losses within the sector over the last 24 months as well. So some gains, but also some losses. Highlights of sports also featured on the page, but let's go to the BBC Africa page. BBC Africa page as Libya helicopter crash kills French troops, and 3 French soldiers have been killed in Libya after their helicopter was shot down, according to President Francois Hollande in his report. Zambia police tear gas politicians, in South Africa great white sharks under threat. I hope they are not extinct though. Mugabe was there in office, and LRA abductions in Central African Republic seem to be on the increase. And Ghana has an interest. The Ghana trader loses deportation. Okay. All right. So those are the stories we have on the various online portals. Now let's look at a lot more of your comments if we have them. We'll try to read them to you. We have a couple more, and so we'll try as much as possible to get them online for you. And okay, so we have a lot more of your comments, but let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more of sports, and Benedict also is around the studio to bring us a lot more highlights. Do stay on. We'll be right back. And I tell you, a couple of you have a lot more of your comments, and I remember when Mama V was just on the backstage looking at how I was maneuvering this morning. I was also looking at how many of you also were couching the messages based on what the stories were on the front and back page of the newspapers. How are you?
I am well. I got scared.
You know, this hair makes you look so young. I keep wondering.
But I am.
No, you're
really? Like how old?
They're 45.
Seriously?
No, she's not. She's not. But I have a couple of messages, and let me just run this by you, Mama V. Hashtag AM show. I love this one. This from Fuseini Safianu. Okay. Is it not hypocritical for experts to now call on government to stop its reckless borrowing? How many times has Dr. Bawumia been warning and always been bastardized and chastised by operators of government, and then nothing has been done to this? What has changed this time? We need not keep square pegs in round holes from November 2016. We must change this clueless and incompetent government, period. Okay. MPP Roland, MPP wanted the NHIS card holders deleted. Why are they complaining that the people deleted are MPP members? Not from Chemical, giving us this very comment from Nkunya. All right. And good morning, Roland and Mamavi. You guys are making my day. Jah bless and Jah keep you. Jah Rastafari. When I wish my pastor, Jah pastor, no, not really. Reverend Pastor Samson in Kroma inside Pando, happy birthday to you. And then you put it Bimesh Bamuyada, and that's for vows from Pando. Bamuyada.
He's got links at Ashama.
I'm telling you. But we're talking sustainable development goals. And
exactly.
You know, it's the successor to the Millennium Development Goals, so to speak.
Yeah.
We've graduated from 8 to 17. But how would the conversation be like? What would be some of the questions you'll be asking?
Well, you know, we're looking at we've got like 4 months to the elections, and the manifestos are still not out yet. What for instance ISODEC is looking at is to have some of these sustainable goals factored in the manifestos. So they are trying to influence in a way the parties from that angle, get them to, if they do have these goals already, let them explain if they link in any way to the sustainable goals. Do they have that bigger picture in mind? And for us, because for instance, one of the goals is to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. There's end hunger and all these kind of things. It's part of like the everyday things that we do, and that's where our interest is.
Okay, so I wish you great conversation.
Well, thank you very much. We'll see if I think my worry is, will the parties really listen and factor some of these things in? But it will also be good.
I think you and I have same worries. It's also about whether the parties, even if they listen and put them in those book, and the MPP I should think will have a blue and red book, and the NDC will have a green and white book, so to speak, representing the coloration for their manifesto booklet in itself. Would they implement them, or would they be able to implement them to the latter? I mean, that's the critical thing for many of the things that we say are needed.
And for us as ordinary persons and for civil society groups, they have to also begin to measure the things that are in the manifestos themselves. Sure. So we'll be back with a tight conversation on this right here. Do send me your comments though on 0560 800,000. That's our WhatsApp number. Stay with us.